Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I will talk a little bit about my GD stats. And before we start, I wanna tell you that I'm going to do a Q&A in a few days. So you can leave a question in the comments down below and I will answer it when the Q&A video comes out. Of course, make sure to check the comments to see if the question hasn't been asked already, and please stay to one or maybe two short questions so I can answer it correctly. Alright, so let's get started. I guess I will show you my profile to this date, the 8th of June 2020, and I have those statistics. I will come back to this a little bit later, explain some stuff. We are also gonna check this menu, the statistic menu, to see all the statistics. So you can see nice number of jumps, barely 1.4k kk, so that's 1.4 million attempts actually. So that's a lot, I guess, but I don't really know. And here you can see my real number of diamonds. Since it's frozen on my profile, it still shows the limit, but you still collect them, and there's the real number displayed here. 2.5 million orbs. It's not that much, but it's not few either. It's like in the middle, I would say. 12k completed levels online. And 1k dailies. I missed a lot of them in early 2.1. Like I played for a month and then I gave up for like 3 months or something. I was not too much into dailies because it was still 2017 and I was not that much into star grinding at the time. So yeah, I was not too focused on daily, and so I missed probably 500 of them. I don't know. Still decent to have 2/3 of them done, I guess. And here you have all the remaining stats. Little fun fact about the players destroyed. A few months ago it was like to 500 and someone posted a screen showing had like 20k players destroyed or something. I was like, whoa, how do you destroy so many players? And since this date I started, like you maybe noticed on all my other videos, that I started to destroy a player every time I could check my profile, which happens a lot in a day. And it went up like crazy. Like if you just do that for a few years, it actually goes up pretty fast. So yeah, fun fact, when you see me just waiting with my mouse like this, come on, a wave just before checking the profile, it's because of this. So yeah, on the profile I hit the 73k stars yesterday, but then Insane got rated, you know, maybe you have heard about this level that got stolen. I beat it, and then I beat the original one, then the stolen got unrated, and the original got re-rated to 8 stars, so I gained my 8 stars for the day. The diamond limit here, so I was at 77k. Pretty cool amount of user coins and nice number of demons, I guess. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the stats. I'm gonna check GD browser right now to show you. Here you can see the leaderboard, and I will go to my ranking. So this morning I was 44th, but Minder farms really fast and he passed me, so I'm 45th now. There's quite a gap here between the places, and just right behind it's super close to each other for a few places. So yeah, I passed Supers and SD a few days ago, and Mindbear passed me this morning. And I have been holding that 45th spot for a long time. I was not 45th, I was like more like 48th, 47th for since like December 2018, I guess. Not sure, but I've been holding that spot on the leaderboard for pretty long. But the cool thing about the GD browser leaderboard is, of course, you can see other stats, and my best stat here, as you can see, is user coins, since I'm 22nd, which is pretty high. And yeah, pretty large gap between all players here. I didn't think I would be so high in user coins, but the explanation might be that when I farmed a lot, I was farming with hards, 4 and 5 stars mostly. And so, yeah, if those levels, if 4 stars has free user coins, you see that you get a lot of user coins compared to stars. So that's why I have maybe that many. I don't collect all coins in the game. Like if it's too hard, I just don't go for it. Or if I don't like the level, sometimes I don't bother going for the coins. I just try to collect most of them, and as you can see, it's a good comparison here. I have a lot, since you see Jonathan Cooney has an insane amount of stars, but I still have more user coins. But same for Granada, he has less stars than me, but still a higher amount of user coins. So yeah, I just try to collect most of them, and it works pretty well. And my this is why my highest stat, currently my best stat, I would say, is user coins. And the worst stat of mine is demons, because as you will see, we will have to scroll very far back into 67th place here to find myself. And look, it's really close together here. Like, there's a lot of places that are so close up to here. Few demons apart. So yeah, that's my worst stat because I don't farm demons that much. I have like still a lot of easy demons remaining, but I never get around to doing them, and it takes me a lot of time to beat a demon every time. So yeah, with my amount of stars, I'd say I've like a little bit more than half of the stars in the game right now, while having less than 1/3 of the demons available in the game right now. I think there are like 3.6k of them, or maybe 3.5k. So you see, a lot less demons than the other stats. But hey, those are my stats, and I'm pretty about it. Pretty cool how it does like 22, 45th, and 67th. It's like my first stat is user coins, then stars, then demons. And I mean diamonds, it's pretty inaccurate because as you can see here, it's blue because I hit the limit. It cannot display the real number. But I show you it right now. If you go here, it's actually displayed here along with the number of orbs. Funny that there is no demon count here. I have no idea why. And yeah, now I will show you maybe the icons like I have and talk a little bit about the icons here. The only two I have to unlock is like rate the stars of a certain number of online levels. If you remember, I have 660 of them. I never went in a recent tab, for example, and just rated whatever, and I never did that. And those locks, I just can't even see. Maybe it's linked to G World or G Sub-Zero, I don't know, because I never played those games actually. So yeah, other than that, I have unlocked everything, and here it's my cube, and it's very like historical, I'd say, because I have been using it since 1.8, since the very beginning. When I beat cycles, I basically took that cube and never changed, or very rarely. Like, I remember I had this cube for a short amount of time, this one too, this one for a very short amount of time too, and this one. And those are the only 4 ones I used aside from the cycles. But the cycles, it's just perfect. Look, there's an X in the cube, and my name is AX, you know. Maybe that's why I chose that. And for the colors, it's the same. I never really changed. For a long time, I was not with this blue. I was with this blue. I think the blue here was added in 2.1, if I remember correctly. So in 2.0, I was like that. And sometimes randomly in the past in 1.9 I was changing to black, because why not? But mostly I'm keeping this. I like the cube game mode a lot actually, and it's a game mode where I'm like in the middle, I guess, skill wise. You know, I'd rate myself 4 out of 10 maybe, but generally I like playing as cube. It's really enjoyable. I like this game mode. So now we can go to ship, and I've unlocked all ships. So I have used this one since early 2.0. Like, another fact is as soon as 2.0 came out, I watched videos about, you know, the update and video showcasing all the icons, and as soon as I saw the ship, I was like, oh my god, I need it. It's so cool. And so I saw I had to collect 180 user coins to get it, and I did that in one night, if I remember correctly. I just went for 2 and 3 stars levels, and I just collected as many user coins as I needed. And it made me collect a lot of stars by the same way. So that's the actual second time in my life I had star grinding that point, because I got like 200 or 250 stars in a single night. And so I could consider it the first time I started star grinding. The second time, the first time was earlier. I'll talk about this a bit later. I used this ship in 1.9. I think I tried using this one a little bit, but it felt like so heavy and stuff, so I couldn't really get used to it. I don't know, I feel like I know the ship don't have different physics, but it really feels like. So it was mostly this one during all 1.9 and a bit of this one, but not that much. It was like mostly this one, and then I switched to this one and never changed. Unfortunately, I'm not good at ship. I rate myself like a 3 out of 10, not more. Seriously, I'm really bad at ship, I guess. Bit like, I mean, I can do stuff, but not a lot. So let's switch to the other game mode here, the ball. And ball is the exact opposite. I'm like super good at ball game mode for I don't really know what reason. I just like this game mode a lot, and I'm very good. I'd say I'd rate myself 7 out of 10 on this. Like, I can do hard ball timings. It doesn't really matter, like when the hardest part of the level is the ball part, which doesn't happen often, but sometimes you don't know, you find some ball parts that can be pretty tough, and I usually don't have trouble with it. So it's really cool. It's my game mode, I'd say, my main game mode where I'm the better at and that I like the most. And it's funny because for QnA ship, as you saw, I like never changed almost, and for ball it's like the opposite. I had so many balls. Like I had this one in 1.9, also this one. I used this one for a very short amount of time. This one I used to, but very short amount of time. This one for several months, I think, even maybe a year. And then I had this one. I used this one to beat Necropolis and Deadly Clubstep, if I remember correctly. And there's another one on this page. I used this one for, I don't remember which level I beat with this one, but I know it's in one of my videos on YouTube. It might be Deadly Clubstep actually. And this one, when I was practicing Fiber, it was in like 2017, 2018. Yeah, late 2017, if I remember correctly. Didn't keep it for too long. And I don't remember since when I have this, but I just chose this one and I didn't change since more than a year, I think. But yeah, ball is the game mode where I changed a lot my icons the most. Because for the next one, I basically used this one, and in the middle of 1.9 or something I changed to this one, and I never changed again. Like, I always use this one. Here we have the dreaded UFO that no one can ever unlock. But I hate UFO. I'm sorry, UFO game mode, but I'm very bad at it. If we keep with the ratings, I'd be a good 2 out of 10 on this, maybe 3 out of 10, I don't know, but I'm really bad with this game. I really suck. Every time there's a UFO part in any level, it gives me trouble, always. So yeah, I don't like this game mode, and I think not a lot of people do, because like, who likes Flappy Bird levels, for example? And it doesn't offer a lot of opportunities to recorrect yourself when you do something wrong. Like, you're pretty much doomed if you just mess up. Then we have the wave, and the wave I'm really bad at. Like, I was way worse back in the days. I still improved. When I switched to spacebar, for example, which was a long time ago already, like 3 years ago almost, when I switched to spacebar. I became better at the wave. I still had to improve, but I become a bit better. Still, I rate myself 3 out of 10, not more. Like, I'm still bad, even though I beat some 9 circles level that can be pretty hard, like Sharp Minor a few months ago, I think. But I mean, it's like nothing really. Just need to try hard it. And fun fact about that wave, I think a lot of people hate it, and I think it's the only one that is not symmetric. If I just look at all the waves, they are symmetric, but not this one. So this one you can actually see when you're in normal gravity and in reverse gravity, which is a pretty cool thing. And as waves, I have used this one, of course, in 1.9. In 2.0, I don't remember in which order, but I think I had this one, then this one, and then this one. I used those 3 and not any other. And then I switched to this one in 2.1. I don't remember really when, but I switched to this one and I kept it. And now we have the robot, where I'd rate myself 4 out of 10, like Cube. Cube and Robot, I really like those 2 game modes. That's like basic game modes of Geometry Dash, I'd say, really. And I like the robot game mode, and I'm okay at it, I would say. I'm bad at mini clicks, if you can say so, you know, where you have to click really light, or when you have to do a lot of fast clicks. I'm bad at this for all game modes, but especially for robot, where sometimes light clicks really matters. And I've used this one for a pretty long amount of time in 2.0. This one for a very short amount of time, or not very, but for some months, I think. This one for more than a year, I guess. And then this one, I switched to this one a long time ago, and I didn't change since. And now we're coming to the last game mode, which is Spider, and I have not used any other Spider than this one, and this one when I had not unlocked it. And this is my second best game mode, I think. I'd say I have a 5 out of 10 on this game mode. Like, I don't know. There are some game modes like Wave. I've never been able to master it correctly. Spider, yes. You can see like how in every level that had a wave, even in 1.9 I was struggling with it. And in 2.1, like every level with a spider, like I really struggle at spider parts. It's the parts of the level, ball and spider, where I die the least, and I think I'm quite decent at it compared to the other game modes, of course. And so yeah, it's a pretty cool game mode, I like it. And now I'll just show rapidly this. So for a long time I was with this, then with the rainbow as I unlocked it in 1.9 or something. In early 2.1 I think I was with this one, the trail here. And then I switched to the double trail, which is pretty cool. We need more of these maybe. And the death effects, I used this one for a long time, and then when I unlocked the ice shards thing, I just switched to this one because it looks really cool. Fun fact also about the shards is that I have 101 ice shards. It happens to people who play on phone and on or any other device, you know, tablet for example. And that switch to PC, like when you save load, weird stuff happens like this. You get some shards duplicated, and I have 101 ice shards and shadow shards. Okay, I mean, why not? So, okay, I finished presenting my icons there. Now I will most likely, oh yeah, and also, if you see myself doing this, it's because it refreshes the profile when you change. If you beat level and collect some stars, if I was beating a level immediately, for example, I'd need to hit the refresh button to refresh it. But I don't know, I have my ritual, like, boom, you destroy an icon, you go there, you refresh by clicking your icon, and then it shows up. Alright. Now I'll talk a bit about the levels I have beaten here. I'm not gonna talk about auto, easy, and normal because I have most likely 100% of them complete, except when there are new one rated, which is the case if I go to there. Yeah, for example, I have a new one, a new rate that I struggle to keep up with the new rates, honestly. But I have pretty much 100% of them done. I just need to beat 1-2 of each of them when there's a new rate. Auto being like, I think there are some impossible autos, but I never really bothered about this because I beat every auto in the game very early. Like, if you're a very old player, you might remember the top week that was available in 1.9 and earlier. It disappeared in someone in 1.9 instead of friends here. You had top week, and someday I was like, oh my god, 300 stars a day, 300 stars a week, excuse me, it's so much. And yeah, no, I spoil it, but my most is 300 stars in a single day. So I mean, if you just play this game a lot, if you're motivated, you can easily get to 300 stars in a single day, no matter your star count TBH, because there are so many new rates and stuff. So the top week 200, it was around 200 stars a week, and I was like, whoa, that's insane, how will I ever do this? Because remind that I was bad at the game, like, I needed several days to beat some levels. Like, I remember that insane level, speed of, wait, Fast as Lightning, yes, Fast as Lightning by Rabbit, or Replays at Time. It took me like 1.5k attempts while it was a 9-star, and I remember playing it like a lot on my phone and really often, like when I had when I was at school and I had 1 free hour just going onto this level, and it took me a lot of days to beat it. So, you know, at a time where beating a single level was taking a lot of time, everyone who starts the game has to go through that. It seemed really hard to go for 200 stars in a single. So I went for autos. I saw, oh, there are 200 autos rated in the game. I have nothing to do, and one day I just played every freaking auto in the game at this time. And I actually made it to the top week. Like, for 1 or 2 days, maybe 3, I was here with 225 stars or something in the top week, and I was really proud of myself. That's funny. So yeah, that's why I've beaten all autos, even some older impossible ones. Now I think there are. Now we have the hearts, which if you go to uncompleted, I have 1.2k, something like that. Yeah. And it has been like that for like 2 or 3 years, 2 years I'd say. Because when I started star grinding, I'll come back to this, but when I started star grinding for going, in order to reach the top 100, the frozen top 100, I was mostly doing those, the hard 4 or 5 stars, always, just those levels every time. It was in early 2018, yeah, so it was like 2 years ago. And I did a lot of them, and I was really focused on that rating, so it went down to like 1k, I think, when I had 40k stars, which was more than a year ago. I was already at that number, and then I slowed down in the farming, and I stopped focusing on that and start focusing on every rating. So I actually kept that count. I have that count since a long time, and it represents around 80% of the hearts that I have done and 20 that are remaining. That's not the same for harders. Look, you will see how many harders I have left. That's crazy to think that with 73k stars, I have 4k harders left. This is a lot. And it's barely 40% of them done, I guess. If you just go to completed and uncompleted at the same time. How many orders are there in the game? Oh, okay, I should not do this. The filter bugs. Yeah, 7k. Just 7k orders. So I've done 3k and I have 4k left. So I think it's around 40% of them that I've done, and 60% of them that I have left. And if you go to Insanes, you might know what my insane count is, since most of my uploads on YouTube are insane levels, and I try to put my insane count. I'm really high. Like, I don't think there's a lot of people with my star count that already have 1,000 insanes. I'm not sure, but the reason being is I have always played insanes from time to time. Even in 1.9, as I said, as fast as lightning, even if it took me a few days, even if it was hard, I just did it. I did the map packs really quick. Like, if you remember, I finished my last map pack, I had 7k stars. So before 7k stars, I had done all the map packs, including the insane ones, which provided me a lot of insanes. And I've always kept doing some insanes from time to time. If you're really old on my channel, you can remember that one video where I showcased 5 easy insanes that are not easy, by the way. I just called them easy because I was able to do them. I don't know why I called them easy. But I had a lot of other videos like this, like 5, 6 I think, where I was showcasing 5 insanes each time. I was choosing only like the easier ones, I say, and the other ones I was dropping. I was like not dropping but beating, but not recording. So at that time, I don't remember when it was, you could certainly find out by looking at the video, I farmed a lot of insanes. And also when I was around 40k stars, like, you know, 40k, 41k, 42k, if you look, those milestones, I was always beating an insane to reach it. So I have always been beating insanes on the side, on the goal to keep that count of insanes higher than my actual demon count. And yeah, so now I have like 60 insanes more than demons. And so yeah, that's why I just tend to beat a lot of insanes. And if you go to the total number of insanes, there's 2.8k. So I've done like 45% of insanes, I think. I need to calculate, but so it's more than hardest actually, and I kind of like that. I'm gonna keep farming some insanes. It's a very interesting rating, TBH. Like, you can find some really good ones, you can find some hard ones, but it doesn't really matter because the gameplay, there's some gameplay. The problem with some 6 stars or some 4 or 5 stars, especially with the hards, is that gameplay is often non-existent. Like, the level can be annoying because of transitions or because of difficulty spike, you don't know why, or bugs. But not really because, and the gameplay is like, not really because of the difficulty sometimes, and because the gameplay can be pretty boring. While on Insanes, if it's complete trash, you can just leave it for later, or you can just say, okay, it's demon difficulty, I don't care, I'm hitting it. And so it motivates you. I just like to farm this difficulty because the gameplay is often quite interesting. That's why I'm so much into this. And for the demons, I'm actually gonna check how many there are in game. Oh, 3.3k. So yeah, I have like a little bit over 35% of them done, I guess. No, actually not, because if you go here and then complete it, I have like not that many. You know, I have 1.2k on my profile, but there I have not 1.1k. This is because of the amount of weeklies that we've got, and the ones in the gauntlet don't count also. So my count is actually low. So it's more like a third of the demons in game that I've done. Alright, so I think I've talked a little bit about everything I wanted. I'm gonna end this by showing you my favorite levels. Maybe a little go on my to-do list, you know. I'd like to do Grind Fury. I've gotten like 68 yesterday, yeah. And there's a bunch of levels that I'm keeping here, maybe for later. This being 2 players, I might give it a try, and you know, I have a lot of things like Ice Carbon Dust. Identity is the level I tried in 2.0 and gave up on, and it's like super cool, I should beat it. Doomblade is the last level with Lunar Abyss that I have to beat. Ice Carbon Yellow, I don't know. So yeah, I put a lot of random stuff on it. Oh, I have actually completed here. I forgot to delete it, Equalix. So yeah, I keep a bunch of stuff I'd like to do here. Often with a lot of old items, for example fiber, I think. Oh no, that's not a lot, but if I go to my levels and I check a copy, you'll see I have a lot of old items on it. So I was wanting to check my favorite levels, and I'm gonna begin with these ones that you can see. Sleepless by Chase that I recently beat, and Magnetic Boost. It's two similar levels, I'd say, because both have like crazy gameplay and decoration. Like everything is perfect in this level. It's really hard to make any better. Like in every part of the level, the decoration is really awesome and the gameplay is on point. It's really cool, and I like the fact that one is Insane Demon and it's worth it, honestly, or hard insane if you want, but it's really difficult, and this one is just so easy. Like it's Excel, but once you have done your practices, it was weekly, so you probably know it. I just like those two. Acropolis, it's because it's a legacy demon, I'd say. You know, it was such a piece of the GD story, and I really like it because I like the design, and more than the design, the slow gameplay thing, timings is really original. It was at the time, and this part of the song is also super cool. I really enjoy it, and because I beat it 4 times to get the coins, I just ended up favoriting it because, you know, Stockholm Syndrome. Same thing here with Holy War by Agile. It has very annoying coins, and I spent so much time on it that I ended up liking it. And especially because of the song. Like the level is pretty cool. The decoration, the gameplay, it has some annoying bits and it's really hard. And I kind of fluked it, and I took all the coins, and the song, I just love this song. I've beaten all the levels with this song, aside from Belloc, because, you know, Belloc. I mean, I don't think I have to justify myself here. Imagination Nation, if you remember, my 1.1k insane, and really nice level, really well done. Noisescape is an old insane that I really like. Forrest Gump, there's a funny story about this one. It's like I was getting out of school 2 years ago or something, I don't know. I beat it like early if you check the leaderboards. Yeah, I'm first of my friends and I'm 8th on the leaderboard. Alan is, yeah, the first to beat it, and I don't know how many of those players are legit, but I beat it kinda when it came out for I don't know what reason. And yeah, here you have 512 items. It's very low because I had a copy where I spent 1k attempt, and yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play a demon today, and this was rated easy demon. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. And then my first practice was like 200 attempts, and I was like, okay, there's a little problem with this level. And I just challenged myself. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it anyway because the level is really cool. I just need to learn it. So I went on a copy. I tried to learn every part the best I could. I did some additional practice on the normal levels, and in about 3 hours and a half, I think, I just beat it, and I was really happy about it. Spamming was daily, and it's like one of those levels that is pretty perfect, like really well synced. The decoration is super cool. The gameplay is like it's awesome. So it's one of those levels that are just perfect that I favorited. Duelo Maestro is like the level that started everything. Like, I don't remember why I tried this first. Because of the concept, like, you know, like Acropolis, oh my god, it's a slow level, but it's insanely hard, what the fuck, and here it's like 2 players. Like, I had done Horntail Cave. Wait, did I do an... Yeah, I think I did Horntail Cave before Duelo Maestro. But yeah, and the song, like the song is on my favorites for sure. So I just went on it and I tried it. I didn't beat it like as soon as I went on trying it. Like I learned it and I did some streams and I struggled a lot, and then I gave up for like a month or so. Then I came back to it and I also did not beat it the second time I came back to it. I think 5 or 10 streams again. And then it's just one night where I was about to reach 15k stars. And at this point I knew I would join Star Grinder's server, because when I reached 14k stars, I looked at Cool-Dash's profile by curiosity someday, and I saw he announced for the Discord server of Star Grinders. So I messaged him. I say, hey, I have 14k. I'm just gonna get 15k, and I'd like to join the server. My Discord tag is this, and yeah, see you in 2 weeks basically. And here I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna try Duelo Maestro for the Milestone because it's really cool. And this was the time where I was doing Milestone's Demon, and where I was really trying to improve on the game. I'm gonna come to this just after, but yeah, I just repracticed Duelo Maestro in the day, and then I went on streaming it in the night, and after even I think 1 hour I beat it, and I was really happy, and this was really a cool night. And then I just immediately join SD and say, hello, I beat Duelo Maestro, how are you? So it was a really cool thing, and it was such a, you know, when you spend so much time on a level, it's really something. And kind of random thing, but not that random, it was on the list. It was like 67th at the time I beat it, I think. So it was really hard at the time. It was considered really hard, even though I don't consider it as extreme demon. Yeah, it's insane demon, and it's accurate, I guess. So I beat it, and it was really something. It was something special, and this level to this day still has something special in my heart, because it's the level that started everything and that turned everything around. Because before Duelo Maestro, and even before, like, in time, I think since 10k stars around this, my main goal was to get better at the game. Like, I was just trying to improve. So that's why I was doing saints and demons, and I was not really caring about easy demons at some point. I was just doing mostly hard stuff, but yeah, at the beginning of the game everything is hard when it's demons, so I still beat some easy demons, you know. And after Duelo Maestro and after joining Star Grinder's server, that's where I kind of changed my mindset. I was like, yeah, now I'm gonna grind a little bit more. It took some time, and I think the last really hard thing I did was Necropolis, before I reached 20k with Psychosis. And after that, my mind completely changed. After I got 20k stars, so it was in late 2017, I guess. Yes, nearly it was on the 25th of December 2017, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I reached 20k, and from this time I was like, okay, I'm grinding. And since Necropolis, if you look at my achievements, I haven't really done anything. I mean, I have done some significant things like excessive compliment, or yeah, there's not a lot, but spectral temptation also. But you know, it's spread out. I need several months before doing anything hard again. And yeah, that's where my mindset changed and where I started grinding more. So yeah, that's the story behind Duelo Maestro. I have no idea how long is this video, but I feel like it's way too long. Anyway, I'm continuing. Shoujo Cheers is one of the hardest insanes in the game. It's most likely my favorite list because of the song, and because Stockholm Syndrome. You know, I spent so much time on this that at the end I was like, I mean, I kinda enjoyed it. If I was able to stick in the level for so long, it means that I kinda enjoyed it at one time. Same for this one. This one is horribly hard for a 8 star. Seriously, it took me a lot of time, and I gave up a lot on this level in the past. Like, I think I tried it in 1.9, then in 2.0, then in 2.1. It was spread out, and it took me 1k attempts, I think, or even more. But it's a really cool level, and for 1.9, it's maybe a early 1.9, I don't know. No, it's mid 1.9, I guess. It's really a good level. Graveyard is really fun. I actually love the song of Graveyard, and the gameplay is pretty cool. Like, the whole gameplay, honestly, except the last wave that is maybe a little bit too hard. But when you play this level, you don't focus on the last wave, really. You focus on the two-player duel, of course. But I'm kinda decent at learning two-player duels. That's why I've done so many hard levels with this. It was really fun because I was racing with Things 13 on this, and we learned it together. We played it a lot, and I beat it in 1.1k attempts, I think. And yeah, it was really cool and one of the harder in the game. A 4, yeah, cool level by Fletcher, just a random insane that I liked a lot. Quite the perfect level, as I said, like when there's a very good combo of extremely good gameplay and extremely good decoration, I just favorite the level, usually. I like a lot Fletcher's designs too. Vibrant Factory is a kind of random level that I don't think it's that well known, but I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna play a demon today, and I played it, and it like made my day. I was really happy because it was not easy, not hard, like perfect difficulty and really well decorated, cool gameplay. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna favorite that. Mystic Spell, Stockholm Syndrome again, like really good decoration. I think I did this one with my brand new laptop that I've now, which was in early 2019, if I recall correctly. So I came back after 2 weeks of break, and whenever I take a break of GG, my skill vanishes. So I had a really hard time with this, but it was also really fun. Grizzly is an insane demon that I had planned for my 200th demon. So way back in the time, really a long time ago. And I gave up because it was a little bit too hard, and I did Scream Room at the same time, which was not any easier, TBH. But yeah, I ended up doing it. It was maybe 1 year ago, I think. And it was a fun experience, honestly. When there's a level that challenged me a lot, I like it sometimes. And Translucent is another example. Translucent is kind of close to Sleepless. It's like a really nice design, really awesome design, and pretty cool game. But it was a pain to do, though. It took me like 4.5k attempts, but I really enjoyed it still. It was like I was really happy to challenge myself. Aketo Tokyo is probably the most random favorite level. It was weekly and I liked it, so I favorited it. I don't know why, but I did. Blast Furnace is the level I did for 50k stars, and if you know the level, you know why I favorited it. So it was really an awesome level, and it's the level in which I did my best copyable run with a nice 8 to 100% run. I uploaded it if you remember. Yeah, 8 to 100% uncopyable. I think you can just go into normal mode. The second most impressive run like this was on Horntail Cave, where I did 14 to 100 3 times. But Horntail Cave was still a pain even with that run. Anesthesia by Uranomi, I uploaded it on my channel. It's one of those perfect levels with both super cool design and gameplay, and it's easy to. Bungalora was made for 48k stars, if I remember correctly, and also a really nice level. You can check it on my channel, and it's one of the few. I mean, I don't know because I don't play that many levels, I'd say, but it's a team level with plants and flowers and stuff. It's really well done. Demon Funk by Lexito is quite tough for 9 stars. And I did it for 45k. It was also the first time I was not beating a hard demon, like a difficult thing, for 5k millstone that I usually do. Even though I don't do that anymore, really. Because doing demons for millstones is too stressful. I mean hard demons. So it was fun, but it caused me a lot of troubles. Impulse Drop, really fun level by Surtrax. The Behemoth, I liked it the first time I beat it. I didn't like it that much the second time I beat it. And I think I had to beat it 3 times because I think, yeah, it's in the gauntlet, and it also became weekly at one point. So that was random. One time I really enjoyed it, one time I was meh, and one time I was like, oh, that's a bit annoying. But it's still on my favorites, like a really cool level. Uninhabited is a fantastic level too. Unfortunately, it was a bit laggy when I played it, but I still enjoyed it a lot, and because it has Lunar Abyss as the song, it saves everything. And yeah, I have a video of it on my channel. It was for 22k stars. Long time ago already. Luminous and the Chosen Ones are the Chosen One are pretty cool horror levels that I did. I don't remember when, but I remember just being cool. This level I favorited just because of the song, most likely. It's a cool level, yeah. Maze of Xbox is legendary. Beat it for 37k stars, and yeah, legendary level. Nothing else to say. It's kind of troll, but hey. Rewired a lot of Jacob Russo because I kind of like his design, both his design style and his gameplay style, so that's why I have so many of them. Here it's most likely because it was weekly, and I rebeat it in one attempt. Is there still one attempt? Yeah, it's still one attempt. I could lose it if I was saving loading, because you know you need to normally have 11 attempts, and I one attempted it, and I will, yeah, let's favorite it for the occasion. There was also the third weekly, or I don't remember which one, but the one by Potato Baby. I don't remember the name, but I also one attempted it after beating it. Animation 666 Demon. I do not need to present this level, I think. Egg Step is a random insane 9-star that I found I found really fun. And apparently, according to the like count, or I should say the dislike count, it's not the opinion of people, but I don't know, I found it really fun. I was like, yeah, let's favorite it. I love cereal. I mean, pineapple levels or something. I found it out a few days ago when I was playing random insanes on call, and I got one insane by pineapple, and oh my god. Like, if you think pineapple levels are like something, like basically every pineapple level is like I love cereal. Every older pineapple level, it's super hard. It's kind of, there are random duels, I don't know, it's something. Echoes is a level I played on train. I remember it, I was on phone on train, and I was not playing with the song, but I know it. And I think I was like it was context, you know, I was on the train and the level was really nice, and I was like really into it for some reason, so I favorited it. I think the coins were a little bit annoying, but did not prevent me. Scream by Danceman, legendary creator, but this level was really cool. I liked it. It was very good. I don't really know what to think about Danceman. Like, some of his levels are cool, some of his levels are not cool. This one is one of the cool ones, I guess. Chorus by Felix Ram was my 600th demon, and also an acid notation song, so high chance of me favoriting the level. And it's like Heinz style, and it's really cool, fast paced, and I got kinda lucky, but kinda unlucky with it. Like, I got to 80 or 85%, no, 80 I think, pretty early, like after 5 minutes of playing the level after practice, and then I needed 1 other hour to beat it. But this was still a cool experience. Dark Galaxy is the level I used to reach the Frozen top 100. It's extremely hard as an insane. It should be demon, medium demon. It was really, really something. And I was tired, I don't know, when I played, because it really took me a long time. I was also racing with Kiwi082, and we did the level at the same time, so it was kind of fun. Even though he beat it and then he had to go, so I was all alone. But I ended up doing it. Frosted that True Squall is kind of a random level, but I like the team, and it's because of the song, most likely too. Kind of random, yeah, but I really liked it. Atomic Madness, I flipped it from 0. It's a really fun level though. I really enjoyed the gameplay. A lot of cube parts, if I remember correctly, and some duels. I was like, yeah, I appreciate that. 6-2 by World is really cool level. Really hard for easy demon. And I like the song a lot in this too, so I just favorited it. Running in the 90s by Dunsman, I found it really fun, so I favorited it. Oh, Turbine by Rafer was also a really cool experience. I liked it. Lentanium that I have recorded on my channel, Dynamic Glow, same. It's basically levels where I like the design and I like the gameplay too. It's not nearly as perfect as Sleepless, for example, but still pretty cool. And Pass, same. Really like it. And that's it. I did a sort of listing of my favorite levels. And now I can like see that this video is 1 hour long or something. I don't know. Let's check. Oh my god, 57 minutes. It's close to being 1 hour long. So enjoy watching this video, even though you have done already if you're hearing this. I'm gonna save for no reason because I always do that, and I'll see you in the next few days for more uploads. So thanks for watching this video and see you